All right, students, this is part 2 of the pancakes that we're going to be making today. These are blueberry buttermilk pancakes. I don't know if you can see now, there's more evidence of a chemical change when I mixed those last ingredients together. You can see the bubbles very clearly now. All right, so first I am heating up my pan to make it nice and hot, and I need to add some butter to my pan. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got some unsalted butter. I like to use unsalted butter because it's got a higher melting point, or smoking point, I guess. I don't know exactly what you call it, but it doesn't create that butter that gets really crispy and brown. So this is melting the butter right now. Okay, and it stays pretty well. Okay, so we started with a solid and now we have liquid butter in the pan. Okay, so now that it's nice and hot, I have a gas burner, so it does heat up pretty fast. So we are ready to pour the pancake batter into the pan. And so it says pour about 1/4 cup of batter into the pan for each pancake. Now when I make my pancakes, I put them in this pan and I make pretty big pancakes. So I'm going to make mine bigger than 1/4 cup. So otherwise it takes forever for me to make the pancakes. And I've got 1 blueberry in there. So now I'm going to wait until this pancake starts to get lots of bubbles rising to the top and the edges start to dry out a little bit. So I'm going to set my camera so that we can watch it together. Sorry, I'm having difficulties with my little tripod. There we go. All right. So I have my spatula handy, ready to flip the pancake when I need to. So you can see right now, I'm going to zoom it in a little bit, that there are definitely a bunch of bubbles popping. Lots of bubbles, but still not enough bubbles for me to flip it because I can still see it's liquidy on top. So I have to wait until it starts to get an opaque look to it, so it's not shiny anymore. And then the edges should start to brown up and get a little crispy. And they're not there yet, but they're getting close. So somebody in my household is going to be happy that I am making pancakes tonight. Even though it's nighttime and not breakfast, they still love to eat my pancakes because they are quite delicious, I must say. All right, so now tons of bubbles forming on top. You can see them popping. We have it over medium heat for a couple minutes on each side until the pancakes turn a golden brown. So now they look, see the edges are brown, so I'm going to go ahead and flip that baby. And you see it is a beautiful brown color on the flip side. Okay. Now there are more steps after we're done making the pancake that are on the next slide. So there's 8 and 9 are on the next page. Okay, so I have my plate handy so that I can put my cooked pancake on it to eat. So I'm going to set that off to the side with my utensils, and now I'm just going to check and see if it's done on the other side. My stovetop is pretty warm. I'm going to let it cook a little bit more on this side, soak up some of that butter. They smell so good. I only have 1 little blueberry. See, that's why I like to put the blueberries on the top of the batter when they're in the pan, because then I can place the blueberries where I want them in the pancake, and I can do like 6 blueberries in that 1 pancake instead of the 1 that came out in the batter. All right, so you can see how crispy and brown and delicious that pancake is. All right, so I am going to put that onto my plate. Turned off my burner. Here is our beautiful brown pancake. And the next thing we're going to do is melt some butter on the top of that pancake. Okay, so again, I'm starting out with a solid, and I'm going to put it on the hot pancake, and it's going to turn into a liquid. Lots of butter. Probably too much butter on this one. Okay, and then I'm going to pour some syrup on top. I actually don't like syrup, but I'm just going to do it in this experiment or demonstration. And it's going to melt. Okay, and then I'm going to eat a little piece of my pancake, and I'm going to chew it up in my mouth. I am not going to show you me chewing the food in my mouth because that would be disgusting. But when you chew something in your mouth, your teeth grind up the food into smaller pieces so they can go down your throat. So here's a little piece. I'm going to eat it. Sorry, you're missing out on that delicious pancake. I did put the recipe on the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to zoom that in so you can see. So we're chewing the food, which is step 8. Your teeth grind up the food into smaller pieces. And then here's something you probably didn't know. Your food will travel through your digestive system, which goes down your esophagus and into your stomach and your small intestines and large intestines. And there are juices and acids in your stomach that will help break down your food into smaller pieces so that your cells can use that food for energy. And I'm not going to continue that digestive system discussion because it might get gross, but you can use your imagination. So that is the end of my pancake demonstration. Here's the rest of my pancake I'm going to go enjoy. I'm going to make the rest of the pancakes for my kids. I hope you enjoyed the pancake demonstration. I will see you later.